Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you are all doing well. So I am here today with a stack of the Golden Book Encyclopedias, and I have 2 stacks of these, and I wanted to show you what I like to do with them, what I like to use them for. I either make ephemera holders with these or idea books. So ephemera holders, I use the self-stick pockets here for the ephemera holders, and they come in different sizes and different different lengths and widths and all different sizes from Amazon. And I wanted to somewhat show you how I put these together. I'm praying that my eyelet tool will work. It's been giving me an awful lot of problems, so if it doesn't, then we'll have to, go from there and see what happens. But I cannot get it to work right for some reason. So, I've got some started here, and what I've been using is the elastic band from Amazon, but I wanted to caution you about this also. I bought some other elastic band from Amazon, and look what it does. It is just as dry and tight as can be. And when you pull on it, it just comes apart. I don't know what is wrong with it, but yeah, it is. I don't know if you can see it. Well, let me put this. This is where I've been practicing on my eyelet. I just don't understand. But anyway, if you pull on this, see what it does? It just, try this one. See how it just pulls right apart. So caution when you're getting some of these elastic bands off Amazon. That is what I got with this color. Just a precautionary. So yeah, this is where I have been testing my eyelet inserter, and I still have not gotten it to do right. So we're gonna give it a try and see what happens. Okay, so the first thing I do is I grab one of these books, and I have plenty of them. Take out the book block is what you want to do next. I'm not going to do it I don't think I'll do it because I've got some, already prepared. But anyway, I guess I can do one. I don't know. My knife is so... My knife that I use is so not worth using it, but I'm gonna try. So let me get these out of the way. So first thing we're gonna do is remove the book block, and I just go straight down. And like I said, this knife is very dull. I've got to get a new blade. So sometimes if you get it started, it'll pull apart for you, and that's what I like. And also, I'm very weak in the hands anyway, since radiation and everything. So, book block. Take that right out. I love this paper. I always save this paper to use for other purposes. Let's see if that got it started enough. Just a little bit more, I think. Do not, I repeat, do not use a dull knife. There we go. Here is our book block out. And the next thing I would do is cover this back up. See what it's a pain to use. I've got to start investing in certain things that I need. And then the second thing, then I just go along and just trim off the excess. Just clean it up. That's all you need to do. Just clean it up. And then what I do is cut with these. I think these scissors will be all right to cut with. I just cut right along. Like so. And get that book board. And then cut right along this other one. Sometimes I save this stuff, sometimes I don't. I usually like to save the spine for, sometimes with the spine I make little bookmarks and things. But I'm not messing with any of it today. So we have our 2 book boards. And lots of mess. So then the next thing you need to do is just get your, let's see if I have, I'm going to put these aside because I have this one here. So the next thing you need to do is get your book, your spine made. And that is just doing a, you know, 1, 2, 3, however wide you want your spine. This one here is a 2-inch. So I usually on these do a 2-inch spine. So just put your book boards down, put your spine in, same width, however wide you want it, and leave a little space, small space in between. And then I just take the masking tape. I just use regular masking tape and glue it together with the masking tape. Takes 1, 2 or 3 swipes down and just glue that together. And then when that's all glued on both sides, not glued, taped down, when it is taped down with the masking tape on both sides, I will then usually use muslin, a piece of muslin for the inside spine. Just a piece of regular muslin. And I usually, what you can do, if you have a lot to do, just mass make these, you know, the fabric spines, and just mass make them, and then you can just 1, 2, 3, throw them right together. So muslin, I usually put on the inside. Then I turn it over and I put ticking. I love the ticking. So I put some ticking on the outside. And like with this, I usually, you know, I felt the red ticking went good with this book. Or with this book, I used some upholstery fabric. And I also wanted to show you that if you glue down your spine cloth, okay, and you don't let it dry before you go to fold it, that's how you get these little, what do you call them? Hills, I guess you would call them. So let it dry before you fold them. See this one here? I let dry first, but it's still a little bit. It's still a little bit, but when they're put together like this, then you don't see them at all. Love this one. This is going to be my favorite. Love that red ticking. So we'll go ahead. We've got everything put together. We've got it all masking taped down in the middle. And now we're going to put on our ticking. So let's put this up here like this. And I like to, let's see, how wide did I cut this? This is about 5.5 inches wide. So my spine is 2, and this is about 5.5. 5 probably would have been okay too, but I like to leave room because when you glue it down and then you close it, it, you know, stretches your fabric some. So I like to leave enough to have room to close. So I'm going to put this up here, take my Fabri-Tac. First thing I do is I like to glue in the middle first, like down these little grooves, across, up the other groove, and then get the middle. So you got, now with ticking, I don't worry about the glue coming through, but you may want to use your finger and, you know, rub it out, but I don't. So then I just do this part first, then I lay my ticking down, or fabric, whatever you're using, making sure that you want it where you want it for the front part. I don't really care about the back part, and smoothing out any wrinkles. And I probably could just take maybe a stripe off. If I can get it. There, that way it's not so wide on the back side. Some of this is showing. I mean, it's not glued down, but I will go ahead, and anything that's sticking up like this, then I come along and usually glue the fabric, because that way I will know how far to go over so the glue isn't getting all over the book. So I glue that side down. Then come over here, if I can grab onto it, and put more glue on the fabric. See how that does. And I know I need to get a wipe. I always need a wipe when it comes to playing with the glue. Excuse me just a minute. Get this long string. Now this I'm going to set aside to dry. I don't want to fold it yet. So let me set this one aside, put this on my glue before it has a mountain. Okay. Now after that dries, the next step will be for you to figure out how many eyelets, or if you're doing the ephemera holder, I would use the eyelets to put in my pages. And for the ephemera holder, for the pages, I would use cardstock. And then I would put maybe 2 pieces in one. And also what you need to be wary of, which I haven't cut these down yet, but you want to cut these down so that they fit comfortably under your eyelets, you know, between your 2 eyelets. So I haven't cut these down yet, but usually I would put like maybe 2 cardstocks together and put like 2 there, 2 there, and 2 under there. But of course, like I said, they need to be cut down. For the idea books, I make 3 signatures out of paper, and that way I can put 1 signature under each elastic binder. Can't think of my words, sorry. So I'll put 3 signatures, 1 under each, and you can see that this fits just right underneath underneath or between the eyelets. So 3 signatures like so, and these would be my idea pages to put my ideas on. So I will be just starting. I'm thinking about, I just printed out all of Kara Brandon's her latest digital kit with coordinating with Tim Holtz, his fabric. So I'm thinking about making my idea book using her digitals and making it all, you know, putting in an idea of each thing in here whenever I finish it. So that is going to be my idea book. So I was going to say, sorry, got off track. My idea book, you can either use the binding like this to put in your signatures, or I have one here that I just 3 pamphlet stitched these in, and I think I put like 1, 2, 3, 4. I put 4 signatures in this one, and I sewed in each one. So, and this, it's just perfect for your ideas. And also, I wanted to mention, I left some of the pages in, or I used some of the pages to dress up my little idea book a little. Well, hello. Go ahead, but make it snappy, Pappy.
Yo-yo.
That's her handmade yo-yo. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks for visiting. Bye. Bye, honey.
Bye-bye.
Anyway, yes, I used some of the pages, and I just love how this one turned out with all the, you know, some of the pages still in. a lot of them actually. So that is another idea that you can do, is just stitch them in. And it is a little fat book. And I love it. I love these little golden book encyclopedias for things like this. So that's another option. You can either sew in your signatures or use the band method. I'm sure it's called something else. I just don't know what. I'm pretty sure it is. So anyway, this, I'm hoping might be, maybe not, might be dry by now. Maybe not. I wanted to put some holes in, but I guess I could use this one. I think I'll use this one, and I'm not going to, I think it will just be a disaster using my my eyelet maker. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to untie this, take it out, because what I wanted to do was show you how to thread your band. So what I do for this is I usually eyeball it. So I take my pencil and I eyeball it and make three little dots to where I want to punch my holes and put my eyelets. See, these worked wonderful, but I didn't do that today. And then I come up to the other one, and you can either use a ruler or you can just eyeball it. I just eyeball it. So you can see this one comes down just a little bit. So make your 3 holes up there. Okay, and on this side is the side that I usually punch my holes and everything, because on this side you really can't. Sometimes if your fabric is dark or whatever, you can't see them so well. So I take my large hole punch and just measure it where I want it to be for all of my holes. I think, yep, right there. So I just punch, 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 and then it's still on the measurement. So I come down on the other end and fight my way in, punch, punch, punch. So I have my 3 holes in, right? And I have my eyelets all set. Good luck with that. Now what I want to do is thread my stretchy band, and this you can see is good stretchy band. So I'm going to come from the front side and go in through the hole. I don't think it matters which hole you start at. So I'm going to come through this hole all the way down to this hole. That's the first one. Then I'm going to go across to the second hole and go in. And come all the way up to this hole. And now at this point, I usually have my string still attached to my big roll of string. Then I'm hoping I'm doing this right. Come in. See, this is usually still attached, so you want to go over to this hole, go all the way down to this hole, and then, since this is still attached, what you want to do up here is come over to, see where this is a loop together. This one isn't. So we want to go back into this hole up here. And then this one we would cut because it would still be attached, and take it and go back into this hole. So you want to make it so, you know, each of the holes have this little hoop, hoop, hump, hump, hoop, hoop, hump, hump. Then we turn it over, and you have your 2 strings here that you can tie together. And you can tie a knot, or probably a knot would be better. I was just going to tie a bow because in case I have to take it out again. So there you have no string on the outside except for the 2 humps at the top and bottom, and all your strings on the inside to attach your signatures to. I'm not going to cut this or anything. It's just, you know, it's a little off, so just going to leave it like this. So then you would attach your signatures or your cardstock, whatever you're doing for your book. Now, like I said, I have a stack of these books. I'm thinking, if anyone is interested, maybe I could just put these in my shop, my Etsy shop, like already crafted like this far. And then whoever is interested, if you are interested, you could just purchase just the cover like this, and it will be all set for you to put in your signatures if you want to make an idea book. If the corners on some of these books, if they're like this, a little ragged like this, I would probably add the corner savers. So if anyone is interested, and you let me know in the comments, I really would like to have enough interest to make it worth my while to make some of these and just put them in my shop just like this. And excuse me, I'm getting hoarse for some reason. It's so dry. Hold on just a second. Oh, that's better. With the Hashimoto's disease, you get hoarse a lot and dried out, so I have to keep something with me at all times. Anyway, what I was saying is I may put some of these in the shop already done as far as this way. And then if you purchase one, you would either have to put in some cardstock or some signatures, and from there you would have an idea book or an ephemera holder. So that is my thought. That's why I wanted to show you how easy it is. It's quick and easy to make these. I love them. And I'm going to wait for this one to dry, and then off camera I'm going to fool around with this thing. If I cannot get it to work right, I guess I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and buy another one. I don't know why it's giving me so much trouble. So I have this one that's done, this one that's done. This one is mine because I love, I think it's the doll. I love the cover and the red ticking that goes with it. So that one is mine. And I can get together this one because it's all ready to go. and I can put a couple in my shop if anyone's interested or thinking they may be interested. So guys, I think that's it for today. I really enjoyed having a chat with you all. These I get right out of Amazon. They're called Essential Adhesive Vinyl Pockets. And these come in 2 sizes. And then these, I'm not sure what they're called, but I think they're like self-stick pockets. I don't have any. Has this one got a name? Let's see if this one has it. This is a different size. This one has, goodness gracious, self-adhesive index. It says self-adhesive index, 3.5 by 5.5. These are a little bigger, but I think they do fit. Let's see if you had one of these, and the pockets are just, they would just fit. So one, probably 2 on a page, and you can put like big ephemera in here. So yeah, those just fit on. This is just well, this is actually an 11.5 or 11 3/4 by 11 3/4. I just put it in half at 5 3/4. Didn't I? 11.5. I think it was 11.5, and I just do your calculations and go right down the middle, and you can see it's not. See, they're not 12 by 12. They say 12 by 12, but they're not actually 12 by 12. So it leaves a little ledge on one side. So it's a little smaller than 12 by 12, but these pockets still fit. So these pockets, and then the smaller pockets, of course, you'll have no problem with. You can probably get three on a page of the small ones. Anyway, if you have any questions whatsoever, comment down below, and I will get right back with you as soon as possible. Thank you for being here with me today, and I will wish you a safe, healthy, blessed weekend, and hope to see you again real soon. If you have not subscribed and you're new, I'm sorry, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, please subscribe down below, and new videos will show up for you in the future. You guys all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.